that's his car. The minimum payment's $800.
Listen, the one that we got into the accident with and it got totaled.
This?
No, not this one. This is the new one.
It was a red one.
You said you're a single mom. You're still young. You're 31 years old. But you started a Turo business with 7 cars. You're not making profit at this point.
Trade with 29.
Interest rate was 29%.
Yes.
Someone out there is a band director admitting that they cannot afford an $800 plus monthly car payment, and that's not even close to the worst decision that we're going to see today. If you like watching people make financial choices that will haunt them for years, you're in the right place, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and let's get right into it.
What's the minimum monthly payment on this?
It's like 800 something. But so the reason being is his
800
car,
what?
What do you mean?
And this is one of them?
Yes. That's his car. The minimum payment's 800.
Listen, as a band kid, I can't see a band director suffering like this. A band director cannot afford an 800 something minimum monthly payment. I'm sorry, you can't. Unless you're like a director of bands at a university, you can't afford this. You can't afford this to save your life.
So I recognize that it was
you recognize a lot of things, yet somehow everything is absolutely ridiculous here.
But so the reason
and
that
being
payment is so high is because his previous car, he was underwater. No, he was like not physically underwater, but like he was.
I'm glad your husband or ex-husband, thank you for letting us know that he wasn't physically underwater. I really needed the clarification.
Like he was underwater on that loan.
And he rolled over negative equity?
Yes. So we rolled over.
Well, that doesn't make sense either.
Car.
How much was this car when you got it? What was the purchase price of this?
Purchase price was like almost 30, so like high 20s.
So you didn't roll over that much. You still could have got a cheaper car. You could have got a 10,000 damn car.
Yeah, but we wanted a new car.
Wanted. Your life is going to be via want.
Yeah.
Would you like to retire? Would you like to have a family that does not worry about finances every second of your life?
I would like that. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, sacrifices are required for that, and giving up some wants are required for that. What's the minimum?
That is crazy for me, man. I mean, it really is like a wants versus needs scenario. Unfortunately, I don't think what Caleb is saying to this girl is connecting. Yeah, I can only see her life getting worse and worse because she's paying $800 a month for the Mazda. But then the next car that she gets, she's just going to roll over more negative equity. I highly doubt she's going to solve the issue. And she's in a good position right now to solve it, but I just don't think she will. So you're a band director who knows you can't afford an $800 something monthly payment, but you signed up for it anyway. Your previous car was underwater, so you rolled the negative equity into this new one that cost almost $30,000, and now you admit it was a stupid decision. But you wanted a new car instead of getting something reasonable like a $10,000 used car. And Caleb straight up tells you that sacrifices are required if you ever want to retire or have a family that isn't stressed out about money every second of your life, and good on you, that's something that you said that you would like to have one day. Yet here you are making payments that don't match your reality at all. Let's see what the comment section says. This generation has no concept of sacrifice. And actually, I would disagree. This generation understands sacrifice perfectly. They sacrifice their entire future just to drive something that makes them look good or cool for 5 minutes, and then they're ruined. Why do people always focus on monthly payment when it's the total amount that matters? People focus on the monthly payment because that's the number that actually hits their account every single month. The total amount only shows up later when they're already trapped. People confuse wants with needs. Again, I gotta disagree. I think people completely understand the difference between wants and needs, but the thing is that they assume that the dopamine hit is a need and not a want. Yeah, for cars, I've never paid more than $5,000, usually 130 to 150,000 miles, maybe more if I bought a Toyota. Then YouTube how-tos for maintenance and tune-ups, maybe $500 to $1,000 in tools once. Now I fix friends' cars. And this is how normal people handle cars, at least how they should. You buy cheap, you fix it yourself, and you don't let a dealership turn you into a long-term customer. And the cool thing is, and I know I'm a little biased here because this is YouTube, but YouTube has so many tutorials that you don't need to be a professional mechanic. A lot of things you can fix on your own. If you need to do a complete engine rebuild, Yeah, take it to professional, but you got to change out your brake pads. You can do that yourself. Rolling over negative equity should not be allowed. Dumb mistakes shouldn't multiply or compound. Unfortunately, this is just the reality that we live in, and sadly, it's just a legal way for dealerships and financial institutions to turn one dumb decision into a lifetime of payments. If you thought rolling negative equity into a car you can't afford was bad, wait until you hear what this family did after their minivan got totaled.
The minimum monthly payment's $1,095.
That is easily one of the worst that I've heard.
Yes.
It's a minivan, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know those still existed.
We had the Sienna. The Sienna is the one that we got into the accident with and it got totaled.
This?
No, not this one. This is the new one.
It was a red one.
How did the insurance work for that? Did it pay off the remaining?
Yes, it paid off the remaining, but in November, we had gotten a Prius. Didn't work for our family.
Why'd you get the Prius then?
I tried to convince her to get the van, but I think she was emotionally distraught with the accident. And she was thinking, hey, this is different. We're going to save money with getting better gas mileage.
It was an electric Prius. This was a prime plug-in. So it did partially gas, but partially electric. The payment was lower, but 3 kids in the backseat of a Prius, not considering my child being 5'3" and 160 pounds. So
5'3" isn't that tall.
no, but 160 pounds
11.
between a car seat and a booster seat doesn't work.
Send him to the fun park some more. The minimum monthly payment's
Just send them to the fun park, man. I swear, this is crazy. Like the car saves your life. You say, you know what, let's get a different car. And let's make it a car that doesn't work for our big family. And they get a Prius. Like this is purely emotional. Almost always when it's purely emotional, we make horrible decisions. And this is a textbook example. Don't be this lady. You had a Sienna that got totaled, insurance paid it off, which was a win. Then you got a Prius Prime because it was different and you would save money on gas. Except 3 kids, including one who's 5'3" and 160 pounds, don't fit comfortably between a car seat and a booster seat. So now you're in a new minivan with $1,094 monthly payment. You tried to convince your partner to get the van from the start, but the emotions after the accident won. The practical family needs got completely ignored for a better gas mileage fantasy that just didn't work. Let's see how they treat them in the comment section. $1,100 a month for a minivan is crazy. Yeah, $1,100 a month on a minivan is actually insane, and you're paying luxury SUV money to haul kids and groceries. Yeah, I mean, you could have just stuck with a Honda Civic. It's not like you have 7 kids. Me sobbing over my payment of $488 for a fully loaded Highlander. Listen, I'm not going to insult disappointed ravioli here for their payment. But the thing is that the fact that they have recognized that something is wrong and that they feel bad for the financial situation that they put themselves in is the number one step into getting this better. So a lot of people, they just can't even admit it. You got into an accident and the vehicle kept you alive. So you get a different brand? Some people's financial decisions make me feel like a genius. I work at Toyota and I do accounting, and let me tell you, the way that these people think is crazy AF. Like, bro, why are you spending $75,000 to $85,000 on a car? I'll tell you why, similar to the previous comment that we saw a little bit ago. It's because they're simply not thinking about the end payment, the $85,000. All they care about is, oh, $700 a month? I think I can afford that. Yeah, why not? They don't realize that the loan is going to be going out for between 7 and 10 years with an insane interest rate, and that they're going to be ruined for life. The Sienna's price range from $40,000 to $55,000, plus interest rates range anywhere from 5 to 8% depending on the term. Everyone's situation is different. $1,000 a month isn't uncommon. Okay, Kevin, well, if you jump off of a mountain and it's game over, I'd imagine that that's not uncommon. It doesn't make it a smart thing to do. When couples have one kid, they automatically think that they need a bigger car. You don't. You can fit grown-ups in a Prius. I mean, growing up, my parents did not have the biggest car in the world. We were 4 kids, and most of the time, we just piled in the 95 Civic that my dad drove, and it worked out. Is it the best possible scenario? Well, no, but honestly, I think it's like an American mentality. A lot of people don't need these gigantic SUVs because some of them just go out and buy it because they got one kid, but do you really need it? I mean, the answer is simply no, you don't. Many people can get around with a sedan, but they just don't want to. And speaking of people who made the biggest financial moves at the worst time possible, let's talk about the single mom who started a Turo business with 7 cars and, shockingly, still is not profitable.
Your man is incarcerated. You said you're a single mom. You're still young. You're 31 years old. But you started a Turo business with 7 cars. You're not making profit at this point. You just want to get rid of like the biggest headache, and it's going to be this 2022 Mercedes GLB 250, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're not making profit on any of the cars, or you're not making profit on this car?
Honestly, I haven't been making profit on the cars in about a year. I actually just sent.
Imagine starting a Turo business with 7 cars. You know, most of us, I would say like a normal typical family has 1 to 2 cars. Imagine that you have 7 cars that aren't fully paid off that you're trying to make a business out of, and you haven't made a profit in a year.
Just sent 3 of my vehicles up to Tampa with a fellow co-host.
What's your payment, interest rate, and then I guess how much do you owe on the car?
Roughly around almost $1,000 a month for the car. My interest rate is 5.9.
Yep.
Payoff, I think it was 38.
Terrific interest rate, honestly, in 2026. Not bad at all. But $1,000 a month?
I think it was 38.
46,000 miles right now. You're about $14,000 underneath. Have any money down to get out of this car?
Nothing.
You got 7 cars. You're renting out. We have no savings.
Listen, I'm going to keep it honest with you, because I don't like to blame anything on anybody.
Right.
But I kind of got into this business, like I was saying, out of obligation. I was trying to help my kid's father at the time. I kind of put up my credit to help start this business.
What cars do you have right now?
I have a 2023 Camry XSE, 2019 Jeep Cherokee. I have a 2020 Jeep Renegade, and I have a 2020 Kia Sportage. 2022's Corvette, but it got totaled back in December, so that's gone. Hallelujah, because that was a $2,000 payment in itself.
You bought these in 2022, so this is like at the peak of like all the price.
Yeah, the prices are going to be outrageous. And all those cars, except for maybe the Corvette, I don't really do Corvettes. I'm not really sure on the pricing on those. But the other cars, you can best bet that their value is not being retained and it's dropping like a rock.
Like all the pricings. What's your credit score right now?
I think I'm at like maybe a 620. Funny enough, ironically enough, I fix credit. I'm a credit repair specialist.
I mean, I need at least 13 grand down for me to buy it. If you don't have any money to put down and you're...
Imagine being like a nutritional specialist and you're 300 pounds overweight. Would you go see that person?
You're over leveraged with the other 6 cars being rented out. The reality is you're probably stuck with the car. I can purchase it from you. I have to have the negative equity unless you just tell the bank to come and pick it up. And I wouldn't advise that because then it's going to hurt your credit even more.
I'm trying to avoid.
Right. Have you missed any payments or anything?
No.
Did you get all the cars at one time or did you like spread them out?
I did. I used the street way of just kind of utilizing your credit all at once before the bureaus are notified.
How much are you paying collectively all a month right now for all these cars?
Oh my gosh, for all of them?
Yeah.
I'm scared to tell you. Now that the vet is gone, probably about 3,000, maybe a little bit over 3.
Okay, and that's not terribly bad. And you bought some...
It's not terribly bad, but you're paying a little bit over $3,000 a month and you're making no profit.
Terribly bad. And you bought some good cars.
The problem that I have is my market down here in South Florida. Like, you know, there's a rental car place every 10 feet.
Right. Source of income. Let's say if you're at a negative loss, what else do you do?
I fix credit of a bartender instructing company. So I teach young girls here who want to become bartenders here out in the nightlife. I sell life insurance and I do this.
I can buy the car. I can offer you, 24. You got to come out $13,000 out of pocket.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for this advice and just kind of the guidance.
Absolutely. Let me know.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Your man is incarcerated. You said you're a single mom.
You're 31, a single mom with your man locked up, running a Turo business with 7 cars that hasn't turned a profit in a year. You're trying to unload a 2022 Mercedes GLB that's costing you $1,000 a month while you're already $14,000 underwater on it. Between all the cars, you're dropping over $3,000 a month, most of which you bought at peak prices in 2022 when you maxed out your credit before the credit bureaus even caught up. Your score is now sitting at 620, which is better than I thought, even though you work as a credit repair specialist and you've got side hustles on top of side hustles, but still no savings and no exit plan. Lord have mercy in the comment section. Unless you own the actual business you're renting the car out from, you are getting cooked. Yeah, I think maybe there was a time where this could have not been true, but that time has long since passed and basically this. Yeah, you're getting cooked. I'm confused. I would be pushing out these cars for $35 to $40 a day if I was sitting there making nothing unless I wouldn't even do anything. A 2022 MB with 46,000 miles is only worth $24,000. Something's wrong with that trade value. Listen, I don't think something's wrong with the trade-in value. I think something's wrong with this person. And finally, the guy who's already paying almost $900 a month on a Challenger at 29% interest, yes, I'm serious, but still wants a Mustang.
Interest rate was 29.
Interest rate was 29%.
Yes.
Trying to trade in for a Toyota Corolla.
Bro, that is a credit card interest rate.
Corolla, the 2021?
No, I'm trying to look at a Mustang.
2016 Ford Mustang Coyote that has 90,000 miles.
How much was it?
25,500.
How much are you going to give me for my car?
I'm calling on your 2021 Dodge Challenger GT. Give me a little information.
I got it for 6,000 down.
Is your first car that you financed?
Yes.
Hey, how much a month for the car?
At $745.
Curious, man, how much is your insurance a month?
$150.
$900 for a Challenger GT. Woo!
Yeah, but honestly, it's not that I can't afford it. I'm just trying to lower my payment, or I was just trying to trade. But the more I think about it, I don't want to get rid of it. I have a project to do on it, and I'm trying to just make it quicker.
How much do you make a month?
3.5.
3,500 a month?
Yeah.
Your rent or anything like that?
You make $3,500 a month. I pray that that's post-tax. And you want to spend money modding up your Dodge Challenger that's already a pretty high mileage and that you don't own? Let's throw some F's in the chat for that engine.
500 a month?
Yeah.
Your rent or anything like that? Or
With my mom.
all right, perfect. What's your credit score?
That's my first car, so I don't have any credit. So 4, 5.
Do you have Credit Karma? Do you have a bank account or a bank app that shows your credit score?
No.
How much money do you have down to get into a new vehicle?
2 to 3.
So let's call it $3,000. So I'm assuming you bought it for 26. You put 6 down, so you owe about $20,000, right?
Yeah, but I called the bank and I'm trying to refinance it with the co-signer. I'm not so sure about getting switched to the other car.
All right. So I mean, the cool thing is you're not that crazy upside down on this car. No accidents. You got 2 previous owners. It's got low miles. It's 38,000 miles, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. I would offer you maybe $19,000 to $20,000 in this car. It's almost break even. You have a 500 credit score. You're gonna have to have more than $3,000 down to get in the Mustang. Paying almost $1,000 a month for a 2021 Dodge Challenger GT. I mean, that's hefty. Maybe some advice is build up your credit, and then you can get it by yourself. Maybe sell this car. If I'm offering you 20, maybe Carvana or CarMax will offer you 22. Get out of it and buy a cash car for a little bit. But look, if you want to buy a car, I'm gonna sell you a car. I'm just kind of giving you some advice. Maybe you can get a couple credit cards, build up your credit for 6 months a year, and then see if you can kind of get in a better position credit-wise to get into a car.
So you would advise me to sell the car to Carvana or CarMax?
Yeah, if they can give you more than I can, let's say they give you 22 and you owe 22, I mean, you break out of it even.
The issue here is that what Yusuf is saying is right. Sell the car to CarMax or Carvana. But the issue is that the next step would be to buy a used car that this kid could actually afford. It sounds like he likes tinkering on cars. So why don't you get a used one and then save yourself a bunch of money? Do not get the Mustang with 90,000 miles on it. Not making $3,500 a month.
Go buy a cash car or something and build your credit up, and then you never know. In about a year, you can buy whatever you want if your credit is good and your income's good.
He is trying to get rid of the car, or like, what's the best I can do?
Gotcha, man. Best thing going to do, try to shop around. What's going to give you the most. I'll buy the car. Like I said, I'll give you around 1920 if everything is good conditionally. But shop around with Carvana or CarMax. See if they offer you higher. If you can break even at a local dealership, that'd be the best bet. And build your credit and go from there. Think about it. Make sure you don't rush to any decision. And I'm here if you want to go forward with it, all right?
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Interest rate.
Good advice, but I don't think it's going to be a year. It's going to be 2, 3, 4. The kid is going to need to be patient, and unfortunately, he just wants the fast car now. I don't see this ending up well for him, but, you know, who knows? You're paying $900 a month on a 2021 Challenger while making $3,500. This is the first car you ever financed, credit sitting around $450 to $500, and now you still owe $20,000 on it. Now you want to trade it into a 2016 Mustang for $26,000 with only $3,000 down, like that's somehow showing progress. Yusuf told you to sell the Challenger, grab a cheap cash car, and fix your credit first. But you're still trying to trade one bad decision for another with even less money down. I don't think that's going to work out for you, but let's see if the comment section agrees. And I thought my 10% was crazy. Holy crap, 29%. Listen, 10% is not good. I guess you recognize that. But yeah, 29%. I mean, it's basically a credit card. He doesn't have a bank account. I saved up all my money and I was at Walmart with my mom and I bought a wallet. I used all the money I had to buy the wallet. I made this mistake with a 2021 Charger GT, $771 a month. I didn't have anyone to give me advice or show me how much I was being screwed. Big learning lesson for me, unfortunately. And unfortunately, this is kind of the case of a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to ruin their lives, you know, they want to have a good life, but they just don't have somebody at their side to help them out. And I think this is where I go when I say we should have some kind of mandatory class or course for a lot of these younger kids, especially in middle school at this point. But I'm hoping that this would help because this person could have avoided this horrible decision simply by learning it when they were 12. After watching all these people make decisions that will cost them surely tens of thousands of dollars extra in interest and in stress, hopefully you picked up a few things to avoid. Which one of these disasters was the worst in your opinion? Drop it in the comment section down below, and if you want more unfiltered financial destruction and more videos similar to this, consider subscribing, and YouTube's already trying to show you the next one anyway, so go ahead and, click on it. And I will see all of you next time.